CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077 releases later this year and looks absolutely incredible. CD Projekt is the studio behind the fantastic The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and its take on the cyberpunk genre with an FPS RPG that looks similar to Deus Ex looks like it will be one of the gaming highlights of the year. And to further hype up the game, it was just recently announced that CD Projekt Red would be teaming up with Studio Trigger to release a cyberpunk anime on Netflix. And if you know Studio Trigger's back catalog, this is definitely something to be excited about. Their entire library is fantastic and actually may be the perfect fit for cyberpunk. Their anime often deal with issues of societal oppression, racism, and sexism. You have individuals across all spectrums, breaking boundaries, and super individualistic. Not only that, but we often see some form of transformation or body modification, which is super in theme with cyberpunk. And considering how incredible their stylistic animation can be, it will certainly suit a cyberpunk anime like Edgerunners. So all of that said, let's go over Studio Trigger's best anime to watch before Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Okay, so this one is honestly cheating a little bit as it's not technically a Studio Trigger anime, but Studio Trigger was co-founded by Hiroyuki Imaishi right after his directorial debut with Gurren Lagann. In fact, the writer of Gurren Lagann, Kazuki Nakashima, would later collaborate with Hiroyuki Imaishi on multiple Studio Trigger projects, so I'm going to count it. Gurren Lagann takes place in a bleak future where mankind is subjugated to living underground, where they're under constant threat of earthquakes destroying their settlements. You follow Shimon and Kamina as they bust out of their subterranean village and enter a war against those enslaving mankind. So bust out your manly spirit, because this frenetic, action-packed anime is a hallmark and well worth your view. Kill la Kill is one of my personal favorites of this list, and was the second collaboration between Hiroyuki Imaishi and Kazuki Nakashima. It was the studio's first original animated television series, and immediately put Studio Trigger on the map in a big way. Within the first 5 minutes of viewing, you'll be bombarded with the show's incredible and frenetic animation style. In Kill la Kill, the town of Hono City is subjugated to the rule of the nearby Honnoji Academy. Members of the academy wear various levels of Goku uniforms that give its students superhuman powers. However, transfer student Ryuko Matoi shows up challenging the school's fascist ways and trying to find who killed her father. The show is chock full of both humor and action, with a non-stop barrage of visual gags. I highly recommend it, and the animation is seriously so damn good. Jesus, it's good. In a complete 180 from fantastic animation, let's talk about Inferno Cop, a free show you can watch on YouTube. Just turn on subtitles. Each episode is around 2 to 3 minutes long, with what appears to be flash animation in a cheap style of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. But similar to those Adult Swim classics, the lazier animation is part of the show's humor. It's wacky and weird, with a wild new twist every single episode. Will Inferno Cop be fighting a baby who turns out to be a giant secret crab monster this episode? Or maybe duking it out in court a la Ace Attorney with amazing exchanges?
これは揺るぎのない事実です。では死刑。異議あり。裁判長、あれは証拠ではありません。じゃあ無罪。異議あり。じゃあ死刑。裁判長、あいつも死刑にしてください。では両方死刑。いや、それは困る。
Or, I don't know, maybe going back in time to stop a random zombocalypse. I can't guarantee it will be your sense of humor, but it's mine, and this is my list, so I'm recommending it. A Little Witch Academia short film was Studio Trigger's very first anime in 2013, and it later received a full animated series treatment in 2017. This series is absolutely charming and sweet, and if you love Harry Potter, like I do, this show will be right up your alley as a kind of anime version of Harry Potter. Essentially, there's an all-female witch academy, Luna Nova Magical Academy, that all witches attend, and for the very first time, they've accepted someone who isn't a part of a traditional witch family, Akko. It's a coming-of-age tale with all of the characters exhibiting different strengths and weaknesses and learning to be friends. Along with Kill la Kill, this would be my other personal favorite of this list, and it's certainly the most family-friendly, in many ways more akin to Kiki's Delivery Service or Spirited Away than Gurren Lagann or Kill la Kill. BNA, Brand New Animal, is the latest Studio Trigger anime, which premiered this year on Netflix. It takes place in a world where there exist beastkin, humanoid animals who have special powers akin to their animal species. However, many humans hate beastkin, which has caused the beastkin to found their own independent city in Anima City. Our protagonist, Michiru Kagemori, strangely transformed from a normal human into a beastkin and seeks refuge in the city before getting caught up in an investigation as to how she transformed. It's a surprisingly interesting world, ripe with political issues and cool action as the beasts fight both humans and each other. Promare is the latest collaboration between Hiroyuki Imaishi and Kazuki Nakashima of Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill. However, unlike those two anime, Promare is a feature-length film Studio Trigger released in 2019. Similar to their prior anime, it has a unique animation style all its own, utilizing both 3D and 2D animation to their fullest. So if cool action is your thing, or you like their other works, this is an easy recommendation. Promare takes place in a world where a calamity has struck, causing many humans to suddenly self-combust, killing half of the world's population. 30 years later, and society has rebuilt itself around a new breed of humans dubbed Burnish, who can spew fire at will. We follow Gato, who's a part of a firefighter team known as Burning Rescue, who respond to incidents caused by a terroristic Burnish group. I don't want to give away too much of the plot, as it has a lot of surprising turns as you learn more about the world, but one other thing I'll mention is that I really enjoy the soundtrack as well, which has some cool electronic music. So if Inferno Cop interests you, but you want something that's slightly less insane, I present to you Space Patrol Luluco. While it has a similar frantic comedic pace to Inferno Cop, with random plot points happening out of nowhere and a cool short 7-minute episode length, the comedy is slightly different. Whereas I'd say Inferno Cop is a little more modern, Adult Swim, and internet culture in its humor, Space Patrol Luluco definitely has a strong anime style to its humor, especially in its visual gags. Space Patrol Luluco follows our protagonist, Luluco, a 13-year-old girl whose dad accidentally eats a pill that freezes him and can't go into work if the Space Patrol is essentially just the cops. She takes her dad to work and is suddenly recruited into the Space Patrol against her will so she can help pay to unfreeze her dad, as his salary isn't high enough. The anime also has several Easter eggs to other Studio Trigger anime like Little Witch Academia, Kill la Kill, and even Gurren Lagann, which has made some fans speculate that all Studio Trigger anime takes place in the same universe. Those were all of my personal recommendations from Studio Trigger, but it's a studio where you can't go wrong, and even the shows I didn't recommend, like when supernatural battles became commonplace, might just be up your alley, more so than mine. Are you a fan of these anime, and if so, which? And are you looking forward to the Cyberpunk anime as much as I am? Let us know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.